Surprisingly, with the difficulty of this year's terrain, only a few teams actually dropped out. We still have over 70 teams in Eco Challenge. Over the last 9 Eco Challenges, the teams have gotten better and better and therefore found it easier and easier. So this, for the 9th Eco Challenge here in Fiji, I made it far more expeditionary, far more difficult, and the teams are finding it navigationally harder and they're finding it longer and tougher. So far they've already come through remote, narrow canyons, forcing them to swim to even get through. An area called the Lost World, where even the local Fijians don't know the way. And now through Fiji's Grand Canyon, a beautiful whitewater river in the heart of the island. It's been an incredible experience and teams are totally loving it. If they make it this far, it's still just beginning, because ahead of them is a 60-kilometer jungle trek, followed by pack rafting, which is one-man tiny rafts navigating tributaries of an upper jungle system river, over a jungle mountain, and then trekking another 50 kilometers through golden flowing grassland to reach the coast. That's where they'll sea kayak out and around some of Fiji's many islands, similar to where the movie Castaway was made. It's an absolutely epic adventure and one they're unlikely to ever repeat.
No sleep for 3 days.
Slept 4 hours the last 3 days.
For all practical purposes, no sleep, right. But you're feeling okay?
Feeling, yeah, pretty good.
Strength? How heavy are the packs?
It's about 40 pounds.
40 pounds?
Because I got it wet, yeah.
Oh my.
It's very heavy. Shoulders are aching a little bit.
So you've enjoyed Fiji?
I love Fiji. People are so friendly. So friendly. I've never met any people quite as friendly as here.
And what is your name?
Paul Vincent.
And you're from? Where? Portugal. Very good. Enjoy your trip.
I'm Christian Holler. I'm from Argentina. I work for media on Eco Challenge, and we're here in Waivaca pasture. Racers just come from the Sovi Basin. It's a trekking section, good navigation, and they're mounting their mountain bikes. This is just a transition zone. It's not a PCP, and they're gonna head off with their bikes for the first mountain biking leg of the race. Those were the South Africans. Yeah.
And
well,
so
those
your
guys,
information tells you who's everybody from, and then we had the Americans come in.
Yeah.
And
there
another
was this
set of Americans.
Go-Light.
And
3 are Americans.
New Zealand just
New
arrived.
Zealand, and this 5th team is P, which French.
How many countries are represented?
30, 31 or something like that. More than 30.
And there are 81 teams.
Yeah, and 30
4
some,
people each.
30 some countries.
A lot of people out there on the course.
That's more than 300 people out there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And today they came in here, but some teams may not even arrive at this checkpoint until, what, tomorrow?
Probably the day after tomorrow.
That long?
Yeah. It's fast teams are going right on schedule actually, and the slow teams are going really slow. Because of navigational, like the good teams know how to navigate, so there's a good estimate on what their times would be. But
in other words, there wasn't a marked trail?
No.
Hi, my name is Zeca Camargo. I work for TV Global and I'm here in Fiji covering this wonderful event, Eco Challenge 2002. We're here with 3 teams. One is called Athena. It is formed with 3 girls and 1 guy, and this is our really big one that we're going to support them. And the other teams are doing quite well, and I think it is because we are very close to our own environment. As I said, they feel very comfortable here. They're going through a lot of challenges. They said that the worst part, the most difficult part was the second leg of the competition, where they had to do some trekking, and they got a little bit lost because it was a long way to go, and they got some navigational problems. But anyway, they're doing fine. They just did the mountain bike section, which is one of their strongest points, and they're coming down this river any minute from now. And just as us covering here, they are having a great time here in Fiji.
Eduardo.
Where are you from?
Brazil.
How has the race been?
It's a tough race, really tough race, and we have to eat a lot and take care with feet and body, but it's a beautiful view, really beautiful view.
Grazie.
To work here has been a sort of a challenge, you see, because you have to go and face nature. I mean, sometimes it's the rain, sometimes like the roads that don't cooperate, but still, when you get there, you have this like beautiful environment all around you, and it really pays the price.
We're now in Binga, checkpoint 5, where we see the competitors come in their inflatable canoes, fold them up, walk across the river, go up, put their bicycles together again, and then carry them across the river, and they're off for another biking segment. Let's go follow them.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast. This course is amazing this year. You know, it's hard, but it's beautiful. People are awesome.
I'm Gert Unger, I'm from South Africa. I'm a cameraman producer for adventure show in South Africa that's called Mazda Drifter Adventure Zone. I'm following Team Mazda, a South African team. At checkpoint 3, the team came out of the jungle in first place.
It's very, very different. It's absolutely wild out there. It really is wild. There is no sign of man, not a broken twig. It's incredible. It's pristine environment. Just back out there. No wildlife. As South Africa, we probably see a bit more wildlife.
South Africa is not the same. There's like all kinds of type of terrain, yeah. But there are places like this, like you said, like really trained.
Have you enjoyed it?
Very much. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, well, so far, so good. I mean, obviously, we totally astonished to be lying in first position, but I mean we're going off against top mountain biking team now, so at the end of by the end of this leg it more than likely won't be the same, but it's been very long. The hike was extremely long. We started 9:30 last night on foot and we finished at 3:15, so that was a long time on foot. The paddling section also very nice but also very long, and we didn't have paddles, so we were pushing those sticks. I think we were out on the water for about 9 hours. So it's been very long, but stunning scenery, obviously, beautiful rivers and gorges that we were in today. But like everything, a little bit too much of it becomes too much, and then you just had enough and you can't wait for it to be finished.
How did you prepare for the race?
By racing in South Africa. We've done quite a few races in South Africa. We've raced together as a team for about a year now. So just basically racing, and we've in the Eastern Cape, which is very close to where we stay, actually in the garden route area, the terrain is very similar to this. So it's been one of the things that has been a little bit in our favour, is that we know this kind of terrain. We've trained at running up and down rivers. And I think the conditions suit us better than a high mountain snow course would, coming from a warmer climate ourselves.
The weather is fantastic, very similar to our weather in South Africa. So it was no problem for us to acclimatize or to get used to it. Even some of the environment is very much the same, so it's been a fantastic experience. Unfortunately, from the media side, we haven't been able to actually get much into the places that the teams has actually experienced, because we're mainly in the transition areas. But what I've heard from the teams, it's absolutely awesome going through the jungles, the valleys, and especially on the river. Apparently they've gone through some absolutely awesome places. So it seems, even though it's difficult, that they really enjoy it.
Hi, could you tell us where you're from?
New Zealand. Probably the best thing about Fiji is the amount of villagers that are meeting along the way. We're all just so excited to see us and cheer us on, and that's just been so motivating along the way.
Whose job is harder here? Ours waiting for you, or you doing all this endurance race?
Yours by far. We're having a blast.
Tell me who you are. You're the captain.
We are Team Kaboom Power Punch / Zoic. Those would be our